Hey everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Los Angeles, California, and today we're going on an ultimate historical, legendary food tour of LA. We're gonna eat at some of the most famous, some of the most well-known, some of the most historical old restaurants in LA. I'm gonna share all the food with you in this video. So to begin this historic food tour of LA, we are eating breakfast at Lowrys Deli. They serve what many consider to be the best hot pastrami sandwich in all of America, in the USA. Oh yes. Okay, let's go, Micah, you ready? Okay, slide into the brown bucket leather seats from Thailand, from Bangkok.
Well, we have exciting things going on over
Thank you.
now. Yes.
Thank you very much. No, we're very happy to be here. Lowrys Delicatessen, they have been here. They have been serving food since 1947, and I know exactly, I mean, they have a full menu. There's so many things you can order. I know exactly what I'm gonna order already. Can we please get a number 19?
On rye bread.
On rye bread, please. We arrived right at 8 a.m. and they open at 8 a.m. But this is a great time to come here because it's quiet. You can come right in and get a booth. And of course, why would you not want to eat a hot pastrami sandwich at 8 a.m. in the morning for breakfast? All right, thank you very much. Oh, wow.
Here's your plate.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. It's huge. The one sandwich almost fills the entire circumference of the round plate. And you can see those layers, but we should separate it. Oh, there's two pickles on the side, but we should separate it so we can see the cross section. The mid-section view, the cross. Oh, look at those layers. It's all wrapped up between rye bread, and you can feel how soft that rye bread is, and you can smell that rye. And then you've got the coleslaw here. It looks like a couple slices of Swiss cheese, and then that beautiful ratio of hot pastrami just sliced in there, and then the Russian dressing, I think, just spread throughout. Or maybe, where is the Russian dressing? It's somewhere in those layers, but it's like perfectly molded together. Look at that, it's just soft and supple. Okay, I can't talk or wait any longer. It looks like an open jaw. Oh wow, that is just sensational. And you don't even need to chew that pastrami, it just completely collapses in your teeth. And then you got the crunch of the mayonnaise-y coleslaw. You've got that Russian dressing, and by the way, I just noticed over here you can see the Russian dressing kind of oozing out of the backside. That is just spectacular. The combination of the textures and the flavors. Okay. I got some of the crunchy edge of the bread on that bite, which is really good. But, I mean, I think this is probably the most well-balanced pastrami sandwich I've ever had, for sure. Another contrast that you have is the salty pastrami with the just slightly sweet coleslaw. 3 or 4 different contrasts going on that even subconsciously add to the appeal and the deliciousness of this pastrami sandwich. Well, you do not want to. You will not set down your half a sandwich before you finish it. Try one of these pickled peppers. Oh, wow. That's just an explosion of flavor. Very salty, I mean, as it should be. It is a little bit spicy, kind of goes to the back of your throat. I'm a huge fan of deli pickles. Time for part 2. One thing I love is how the pastrami is cut. It's kind of thick slices, but somehow they're like the perfect slicedness. Sometimes it can be too thin and then you've got too many layers, but this one is like the perfect thickness. You can see that fat just melting in. The cheese is perfect because it's not that much cheese, but just enough to add a little bit of flavor. And then the coleslaw is almost equal to the meat. And then the bread, I like the combination of both the crusty edges as well as that soft, supple interior. Everything is perfect on it. It's so balanced.
No, yes, it is. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you. Thank you. And that completes number 19 at Lowrys Deli. That is, it's for sure one of the greatest sandwiches I've ever had. That pastrami, wow. That's the type of sandwich you just want to take a nap on for the rest of the day, especially when you eat it for breakfast. But we gotta continue with this historic Los Angeles food tour. So we are on our way to downtown, where we're gonna eat the next, it is just another legendary classic in LA, and it's another sandwich. Here we go to the next spot. But I have to admit, I'm feeling a little sleepy after that pastrami sandwich. Oh man, that is not a light breakfast option. As soon as you step out of your car, you can smell the aroma of those beef juices and onions. Philippe the Original, established in 1908. It's one of the oldest restaurants in Southern California, in LA. It's an absolute classic. They are known for discovering, for inventing the French dip. And that's exactly what we're gonna eat here. But it's just oozing with history. It's a museum of a restaurant. And during that 15-minute drive from Lowrys Deli, I built up a little bit of hunger. I'm ready to go.
Hello. Hola.
Hola, thank you very much. And so one of the things that I was reading about Philippe the Original is that many things, especially the ordering style and the dining style, the shared tables, the bar counter seating, has not changed since they opened. And what you immediately notice as you walk in is that there's sawdust on the ground, which is it's pretty cool. Hello. Can I please get the beef dip French roll? What is the difference between the single dip and double dip in the wet?
The bread?
Oh, and that's dipped into the
bread. Single dip is the top of the bread, double top in the bottom.
Oh, what's the
Double dip
most
the bread.
double dip, please? You recommended I get the double dip because they take the bread and I think they dip it into the juices. Thank you very much. I got the double dip, the original French beef dip, and just walking around and then just sitting down, what's so cool, awesome about this place is that it actually feels like you do have taken a step back in time. It feels like you're in the 1950s here, even from the style of how you order to the seating section to the people that are just kind of hanging out in here. It looks like an old style coffee shop. You can see the beef, the pretty thin sliced beef just coming out from the side, and then over here you can see where the bread has been dipped. So oh yeah, it is soggy. It's just absorbed like a sponge, all of those juices. Let's break this in half to see the cross section. Oh, look at all that beef. There's probably like 10 or so layers of thin beef, and the bread. The top bun is still crunchy on the top, but you can see how it's just completely soggy, just saturated, just mopped up all of that beef juice. Oh yeah. That is a classic. Now normally like soggy bread is not something that would sound that great to me. But when it is saturated with like oniony beef juices like this, it's so good. And you still got the top bun, which is crunchy. The beef is very lean and very tender as well. It's kind of, I mean, it is like eating a sandwich and drinking soup at the same time, all filled within your bun. I don't know how the French dip was originally invented or discovered, but you can see how this might be one of those accidental discoveries where someone was carrying a French roll and just accidentally like slipped and dropped it into the bucket or the pan of soup and then stuck some meat in between it and said, I'm still gonna eat this, stuck some meat in between it and chowed down, and they're like, oh, this works. Not totally sure what this dressing is for, but I'm gonna try it. Maybe Russian dressing? Oh, that's the mustard with the horseradish in it. Oh, the wasabi effect. It goes up your nose a little bit. Okay, that is key. That is necessary. I need a lot more of this. Oh, wow, that mustard is amazing. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna just like fill it up. Oh, soggy bread. Delicious soggy bread. With that mustard, that makes a huge difference. that like completes it for me. Pull that one up my nose. Whew, there is just no doubt that's a timeless classic. Another institution in Los Angeles. I think soggy bread is actually more filling than that feels going down after you eat it. It sort of just like kind of like molds into your stomach. But we are moving on to the next place, which is actually very close here. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Oh, LA is so great. But the next place that I'm going, it's actually just down the street conveniently. But that doesn't give you much time to rest your stomach. But it's called Cielito Lindo. It has been open since 1934, serving another classic Mexican LA delicacy. They specialize in taquitos, which are little fried rolled tacos, and they've been doing it since 1934. This is a historic landmark in LA. Can I please get the 2 taquitos with 1 chile relleno, please?
Number 3 combo.
Number 3 combo, please. Thank you.
Ready?
Okay, thank you very much. They do have a little seating section on the corner, but I decided to order it to go because Ying and Mike are back in the car now taking a nap. So I got it to go, but I think I'll just try it right here, right now, under this tree. It's yet another timeless classic of Los Angeles. Oh, yes. I decided to get the number 3, which is 2 taquitos with 1 chile relleno on the side, just because I had to. I like the way this platter looks, but then they give you the 2 taquitos. They dish it up with the green. It's actually an avocado kind of salsa, and then on the chile relleno, there's some red sauce with some yellow cheese. And this is just like, I mean, it's just smothered in sauce. I don't know even if I think you just have to get kind of messy. Oh, there's beans on the bottom too. I think you just got to get kind of messy and just pick it up with your fingers. Yes, I do. And try to scoop up some more.
Enchiladas?
Taquitos.
Oh, taquitos.
Yes. Oh, and I scooped up a little cheese on the end of it. For me, the tortilla is a little bit on the thick side. It's really kind of like bready, but I do like the crunchiness. I do like that avocado salsa too. And that is gonna need another dip in the sauce, in the salsa. Moving on to the chile relleno, and this should be a chili filled with cheese and then fried and then just doused in sauce. Oh yes, look at that cheese just ooze as I poked it with the fork. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, it's just loaded with cheese. You can see the breading on it. And then let me kind of mix it up with that sauce. Wow. Oh, the melted cheesiness of that. And I think I got the entire end of that chili, which is smashed down. Okay, that's pretty awesome. You got so much melted cheese. The chili is cooked, I mean, so long that it just disintegrates. And you've got that breading, which is doing, again, which is just soggy with all of that salsa, those beans, and that sauce and cheese. I thought the tortilla was a little thick for the ratio, and the sauce was great. Micah is asleep, taking a nap in the car. And that looks like one of the best possible options of things to do right now too. So actually we're gonna take a little break today, and then later this evening there's another meal that I am, I cannot wait for. It's another timeless piece of culinary Los Angeles history, and it's gonna be something meaty. Had a fantastic rest this afternoon. I needed a rest after those sandwiches, especially after that giant pastrami. But it is now 5 p.m. This is when the next restaurant for dinner opens. And this, I think it's hard to get more classic, more Los Angeles iconic than what we're gonna eat for dinner tonight. I'm extremely excited. We have reservations at 5 p.m. Lowrys Prime Rib. The golden doors, the golden railings. Let's check in.
Hello.
Hello, I have a reservation for Mark Greens. Oh, come on, Micah. Oh. You ready to eat some prime rib for the first time? Micah, are you hungry? Like everywhere that we've eaten so far on this historic food tour of LA today, I mean, it just feels like you're taking a step back in time here, filled with art and history, oh my god, like a palace, a prime rib palace.
Are you gonna be needing a high chair? Right?
Yes, please. That would be great.
So your table's gonna be right
All
here.
right, thank you.
Let me go get the high chair.
Cool, thank you very much. Lift our feet up. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I'll stub your toe.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your dinner. Your servers will be
That
right.
was very classy. That's the first time that at any restaurant where they actually slide the table out, you get into the booth and then they slide the table back in. So we are like tight in here. And it really is almost like a ballroom. It's so classy and so elegant. I think the carvers will come around with the prime rib with the meat and they slice it right at your table. But yeah, I mean, I don't really need to choose anything. I'm just going straight for the Lowry cut, the prime rib dinner. I think we'll just go straight for the prime rib dinner.
Okay, and you're both having prime rib.
Yes,
Are
please.
you adding lobster to your prime rib?
No, thank you. Lowry's the prime rib. It dates back to 1938 when Lawrence L. Frank, he decided to open a restaurant that was elegant, but serving one main dish, which is the ribs of the beef, the prime ribs of the beef. And so this is the original location in Beverly Hills, and it's still, I mean, it's like a throwback. It feels like you were back in 1938. And so we ordered I went straight for the prime rib dinner. And so actually our waitress said that the carvers will come around and that's when you choose your cut.
Alrighty. You have our spinach salad for you.
Oh, very cool.
Okay. How's classic vintage dressing?
Awesome. Okay.
Are you on vacation?
Sort of.
You can take a salad. Where are you from?
From Bangkok, Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
So you're just here for a visit?
For a visit, and then I just travel and eat around.
You travel what?
Travel and eat.
Sounds good. Okay.
for food, yep. Langers.
Where?
Langers Deli
Oh, okay.
is another classic
Oh,
in LA.
nice.
And is that the classic dressing?
That's a classic dressing.
Lowrys.
And we've
Is
been
it-
using it since 1938.
Wow, cool.
And our
Thank you.
spinach and corn.
Oh yeah, there's some croutons down here as well that have just absorbed all of that dressing. What is great about that salad is like the cool crispness of it. You can tell that it's been spun under a bed of ice. It has that like that cooling effect. And then the dressing is kind of nutty and mostly kind of like sweet and creamy. And I would not pass up the opportunity to season. And you know I'm a heavy seasoner. Oh yeah, the pepper seasoning is great. Oh, that's like a lemony pepper.
Yeah, thank you, sir, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They roll the prime rib around in these silver, like spaceship looking carts, but they're so big that you could actually you could curl up and take a nap inside of there with the prime rib. Oh, the carts are beautiful.
This is German. He's going to carve a prime
everybody.
rib for you
Hello.
tonight. That's medium rare, right?
The medium rare and a little bit more on the rare side.
Oh, I could go all rare. Yeah.
All rare? Okay, so rare Lowry on that, please, German. And did you want to order the cream corn or cream
And
spinach?
cream spinach, please.
Spinach? Okay, great. So spinach and mash, and I'll be right back with your chocolate. Okay?
Cool. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Can we get some extra au jus as well on that? Thank you.
Thank you, German.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Enjoy, everybody.
Thank you. A good-sized plate. You can get your different cuts, which are different thicknesses of prime rib, and then you can also choose your level of doneness from done to rare. I went with the rare piece of prime rib, and I went with the Lowry cut, just the classic. That's kind of a mid thickness, but it's pretty decently sized. That's a good chunk of meat. It's just juicing all over. You get mashed potatoes with some gravy in the center, and then creamed spinach, and then some Yorkshire pudding on the side here, and then I got some extra au jus, some of the beef juices as well, but that just looks incredible, and it smells so good. Oh, and the horseradish on the side here, which we will try later. You can see the fat running through it, the juiciness of it, the juices. I don't even know how to begin. I'm so excited, but I'm just gonna go right in. I'm gonna take that fatty chunk right in the center there and just soak it up. My first bite of the prime rib, Lowrys. Wow, it's so juicy. I mean, the beef juices are just flowing. You've got that extra au jus. It's so tender. It's so, oh man, it's like effortless chewing with juices just overflow into your mouth. Look at, I mean, you could even like just kind of like pull it apart. I mean, the knife helps, but you could kind of just like flake it apart with the different sections. Look at that. What a classic. And yeah, that center, I don't know if it's the eye or it has a little bit more of a like a lesser stringy texture, like just the just meat collapsing. That's all about the meat juices. Okay, let's try some of that creamed spinach right now. Yeah, I like it. It is really creamy. The spinach has kind of been, I mean, fully like particled out, and it has a little bit of a nuttiness to it. I don't know if it's just cream or maybe there's a little cheese in there. A really fine textured mashed potato with just a little bit of gravy to flavor it in the center. I think I might have only had Yorkshire pudding once or twice in my life. Oh yeah. Yeah, like the gooiness of it. And it's almost like kind of like eggy and crunchy. I'm gonna move back into the prime rib, but this time I'm gonna make use of the horseradish. This one she said is whipped up with some cream or something, so she said it's not so spicy. This one, oh yeah, and you can smell it, is the one she said is spicy. That's the one I need. And I guess you can just kind of put some of this onto your prime rib. Put that on there. Okay, and that will be my next bite. Oh yes. Oh, that was a good amount. Oh. It's still going up my nose. Oh, it's creeping up. My eyes are tearing a little bit. Oh, that's wonderful. Horseradish. Yeah, I mean, it is, I mean, due to, yeah, you can almost not use a knife. You can kind of just press it, well, depending on the piece that you get, of course. But you can almost just use your fork to tear apart sections, and just, the juice still remains. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Nothing I could want more. Oh yes. Juice is reapplied. I'm gonna go for this entire chunk right there, the end section. Oh look, just look at that bite. This is what it's come down to. Just my last final single lonely bite of prime rib. And I'll smear up some of the last few remaining drips of the juices and gravy mixture combo. Final bite. Oh man, I need to lean back on that one. Right, Mega? Mega, can I see your phone? Yes. Mike and I both, but I'm not gonna pull up my shirt. What a meal. I'm pretty stuffed. The prime rib was awesome.
Are you finished with this one, sir?
Yes, I'm finished. Thank you very much. Micah, come on, we're getting a shot.
Cô biết để đi mấy cái? Cô biết để đi mấy cái? Mấy cái? Thăm.
Back out into the real world. Inside of the restaurant, it literally is a different world in there. What a juicy chunk of meat. And for me, that was really about the entire experience. I mean, stepping into a museum, that's really a culinary museum. And I mean, today has been the historical food tour of Los Angeles. Los Angeles has some legendary classics. And yeah, like, I mean, the food is amazing, but the experience and the historic treasures of culinary tradition in Los Angeles are just beautiful. And so I'll have all the information in the description box below about all the restaurants I ate at. If I had to choose just one thing, I have to give it to Langer's Deli though. That is a pastrami of your dreams. But then prime rib was, I mean, almost equally as spectacular, but the whole day was great. I want to say a huge thank you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you click subscribe now and also click that little bell icon. That way you'll get notified of the next video that I publish. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.